What's up, everybody? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today comes from the Genesee Brewing Company out of Rochester, New York, and this is their Oktoberfest, and this is the 2018 edition. So this is a Märzen-style Oktoberfest, comes in at 5.5% alcohol by volume and 20 IBUs, and at the time of this review, this beer is about 6 weeks old. So Genesee, you guys know there's a special place in my heart for Genesee, especially their iconic cream ale, which is my go-to macro of choice. And I really just dig a lot of their beers. Their seasonals, or as they call them on the can, special editions, are pretty tasty. Their Genesee Brew House releases are quite innovative and creative. And yeah, I just dig it. Earlier this year, in May, I did an entire Genny theme week, which was very well received, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So when I saw the Oktoberfest show up, I was like, I got to give that a review because I've never had it before. They released this for the first time back in 2016. I don't buy a lot of Oktoberfest, so each area, I'll grab like maybe 2 or 3 of them, and I haven't grabbed this in the last couple years, so I thought this was the perfect time to try it and review it, so we're going to get into it. Now, they didn't even put the ABV on this can, which is just unreal to me. It just says Oktoberfest style beer. I don't see it anywhere, but online it said 5.5, so we'll go with it. Also, this completes the trifecta of beers this week. So on Monday, I reviewed Yuengling Oktoberfest, and on Friday, I'm going to review Samuel Adams Oktoberfest. So Genesee completes the trifecta as far as me reviewing Oktoberfest from 3 of the bigger northeastern breweries in the United States. You have Yuengling in PA, you have Sam Adams in Massachusetts, and you have Genesee in New York. So I thought it'd be a perfect time to review all these, and hopefully this is better than Yuengling's. Spoilers, that was not a great one, very bland. I'm hoping this is a bit better, but I guess we'll see. So let's pour it and see what we got going on. So this is about 15-20 minutes. Oh, I'm spilling it everywhere like an idiot. Fantastic, Joe. You are a special kind of idiot right now. So I poured it like a dumbass, and it has like a 3-finger of a light tan head. The Yuengling one has those like kind of a bright white. This one's a little bit more of a light tan head, but as you can see, very filtered, crystal clear basically, has this nice amber color to it, decent carbonation, and yeah, it plays the role. It looks like it should, well, at least in my opinion. So let's get a nose on it. Yeah, I mean, this honestly is kind of following suit when it comes to the Oktoberfest style for at least the macro I had, or let me take that back because Yuengling is a macro, technically a craft brewery, but it's very similar to the Yuengling one. It's kind of on the nose, just subtle. Definitely toasted malts, very slightly toasted malts, toasted bread, like a brown bread, a little bit of caramel. This has more of a spicy component than a floral component like the Yuengling had. But you know what? It's very similar to the Yuengling. And I know Oktoberfest, especially Märzens, are supposed to be like easier drinking. You can, very quaffable. You can crush a ton of them. I get it. But like this isn't really even giving me much of a nose at all. At least it doesn't have the stinky character that Yuengling had. So this already beats Yuengling by a smidge. Anyway, let's get into it. Cheers. Ooh, this is pretty nice, actually. Not bad. This has a slightly bigger hop character. I know the whole thing about Oktoberfest and Märzens in general, they're supposed to be very nicely balanced, but also have a nice, malt presence to it. And that's what this kind of has. Right up front, you're here with that toasted bread, the toasted malts. A nice, like drier, almost not like semi-sweet caramel. I know that sounds stupid, but it isn't like full-on caramel malt sweetness. It just has a nice caramel character. It's almost like unrefined caramel. You know how a lot of people mention unrefined maple syrup, where you just get the maple flavor but not the overbearing sweetness? That's kind of what I'm getting from this. It's like caramel without the big hit of sweetness. As it passes through the palate, there's this nice spicy and jumpy hop character. This has like a straight up medium, yeah, about a medium body to it. Medium body, the mouthfeel soft, crisp, relatively clean, super easy to put back. Carbonation is perfect. You know what? This is actually damn tasty. It finishes a bit drier than I'm accustomed to when it comes to Oktoberfest, which makes it a bit more drinkable. Obviously, as you can see, I'm putting this back with no problems. It has a nice semi-dry finish to it. Yeah, this is nice. This is kind of, I think, what you want in an Oktoberfest. You want a super easy drinking with nice subtle flavors, but you know, they're all very cohesive and they work in harmony with one another. You want to be semi-dry to drink more of it. You want it to be malt forward, which this is. This has more malt component than the hop character or any other character. But at the same time, there is a decent balance to this one, and it's not overly sweet, so you can drink a shit ton of these. Like, I could drink a lot of cans of these. Will I? Probably not, as I mentioned before. When it comes to Oktoberfest, not one of my favorite style, but this one is one I'm actually enjoying quite a bit. I'm actually quite surprised by this, honestly. As far as ratings go, I'm going to do style and personal. Style, this is like a 3.75, maybe into a 4. We'll just go 3.75. Now, you know what? I'm going to go 4. Fuck it. That's a 4. That is a good representation of the Märzen Oktoberfest style. I think they did a damn good job with it. Personal preference, I'm going to give it a 3.5. It's damn solid. It's actually quite tasty. I might even bump it to 3.75 depending on my mood. Right now, I'll just say 3.5, but, you know, 3.5 to 3.75. It's a good beer. Like I said, it's a solid representation of the style. I forgot what this costs, but I think you can buy 12 packs for like $9, $10 max. That's a fucking steal. So if you get Genesee in your area, give it a go if you like the style, because if you do, I feel like you probably dig this one. So that was Genesee's Oktoberfest. It gets a 4 out of 5 for style and a 3.5 out of 5 for my personal enjoyment. It's a pretty damn good Oktoberfest. You like the style, pick it up. If you don't have it in your area, then it's not like you're going to be missing out, but for some of the bigger breweries and technically in macro, it's one of the better ones. So appreciate you guys stopping by. Until the next one, cheers.